Today's video is sponsored by Doomlings, and stay right here and prepare yourselves. Doomlings hooked us up with a massive giveaway you won't want to miss. Doomlings is a lighthearted strategic card game set at the end of the world, but instead of doom and gloom, it's all about having fun while everything falls apart. It's quick to learn, super replayable, and honestly gives me Magic Light vibes, which I love. And Doomlings isn't just the base game, it's an entire universe. There are expansions, boosters, and tons of unique cards like Dynolings, Mythlings, and Techlings that totally change how each game plays. My favorite thing is that every game feels unique and fun. No two plays ever the same. If you want to check it out, just scan the QR code on the screen or use my discount code Commander's Quarters for 20% off your entire order. Oh, and Doomlings was awesome enough to let me give away a Supreme bundle, which includes the base game and every expansion released so far, about a $200 value, shipped internationally. Just leave a comment below to enter, and I'll pick a winner soon. Thanks again to Doomlings, and I hope you all enjoy it as much as I do. Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Quarters studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a fun one for you. I'm going to be talking about some sneaky, strong commanders that dominate games for next to nothing. I'm talking about the lowest budget you've ever heard of, ever seen. So much less than, well, you'd expect. Let's jump into them. Let's start things off with Hamza, Guardian of Arashin. All the way at the top at 6 mana in Selesnya, a 5/5 Elfin Warrior. It's going to cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control that counter on it. So its actual cost costs a lot less than that. In fact, you can get this out quite early on in the game. Oh, and by the way, when this is on the battlefield, hey, creature spells you cast cost 1 less cast for each creature you control that counter on it. Yeah, there's some absolutely decimating, devastating, and delicious things that you can do with this, well, for you, because your opponents are going to be, well, terrified because you are just going to be flinging creatures left and right. This is a commander that, again, is uncommon, and because of that, well, your opponents are going to be like, an uncommon commander. Oh, wow, that's so, pedestrian. Oh, and it's only 16 cents, by the way. Oh, and the deck can be built for like $10 or less in total. Yeah, what you do is you get out creatures with counters. It's very easy to get counters on creatures. And now all of a sudden, all your creature spells basically just cost, well, essentially, they're pips and not the generic mana. Or again, if they're like artifact creatures or colorless creatures, they're just basically free. And yeah, there's certain combos that you can utilize with that. You can just fling creatures left and right, flood the board, and dominate your opponents. Or again, combo off and win. Your opponents won't be expecting it from this budget-friendly commander. Another commander that, well, has a, I'd say, middle, essentially, of the road mana value at 5. Your opponent's like, that costs 5 mana. It's a commander and it's uncommon. Just a 5/5 and it's 10 cents. Yeah, they don't understand the actual power of Yodora Gravegardener because a lot of people don't understand exactly what this can do. What the potential of it is a 5/5 that says, whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. Yeah, turning your creatures into forests changes a lot of the game. It changes a massive aspect of the game. Well, first of all, obviously, and this is what most opponents think. Okay, so, like, you just, like, turn your creatures into ramp. Cool, I mean, like, that's good, but, like, there's, like, a power threshold level to that, right? Wrong. This is an absolutely insane, broken commander that can do some absolutely disgusting things with some creatures that literally just will not die. Because all of a sudden you're like, hey, okay, it's a forest. Oh, by the way, maybe even if I have, say, like a morph creature. Oh, I flip it back over. Okay, now it's a creature again. Oh, it died again? Okay, flip it back. You can do some absolutely bonkers things with this. Again, infinite loops if you really want to. Absolutely, again. The entire thing for an incredibly low budget and absolutely unexpectedly dominate the table. Your opponents will not see this coming. Next up, Tatyova, Benthic Druid. One that came out a long time ago at this point. A 3/3 Merfolk Druid for 5 mana in Simic. And at the time, yeah, there was a heyday around this one. It saw so much play, but it has been, well, pushed aside in some ways and forgotten in some ways to some other commanders, some other landfall commanders. But I'm here to tell you that, well, just because it's an uncommon commander and it's only 8 cents, which is absolutely absurd, this commander is still a powerhouse. Landfall, whenever land enters battlefield to control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. We are getting more and more ways to get more and more easy landfall. Yeah, I mean, again, we just keep getting, like, extra evolving wilds for whatever reason with different names, so that's cool. But yeah, you've got a lot of great budget-friendly fetches, essentially. A lot of great budget-friendly ways to get so much card advantage. And again, so many ways to take advantage of that life gain as well. Some different life gain triggers that keep happening. You get more resources to get, well, all the value out of Tatyova. Dominate the board with both hand size and life size, and take your opponents out, again, on the cheap for just basically nothing. I mean, it's such a very cheap commander that can be built so budget-friendly with so many lands in the deck, too, and you're like, yeah, I'm just running, 40 basics or whatever, plus, like, these other cards, and yeah, okay, cool, all right, I win. Next up, one that has been slept on ever since it came out, Elsha of the Infinite. I mean, Infinite's even in the name. A 3/3 Jin Monk for 5 mana and Jeskai Prowess. You may look at the top card of your library anytime you want to. That's nice. Just like, oh, cool, okay, that's there. And then like 3 seconds later, you're like, wait, I didn't even pay attention. Okay, let me look at that again. Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, by the way, you can also cast non-creature spells to the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, you can cast those at Flash. This is a commander that is basically like, okay, Future Sight plus Valkanori. That's basically what your commander is for non-creature spells. So all of a sudden you're just like, okay, I can just play off the top of my library whenever I want for all these non-creature spells. Yeah, and one of the things that a non-creature spell is artifacts. Well, that are not artifact creatures. But yes, you can do some absolutely disgusting, broken things. And again, the name Infinite's in there, and it's actually just giving away what you definitely can do with this. I mean, you can definitely go infinite with this commander in many ways. The Artifact Storm is absolutely disgusting around this commander, and you can build it for absolutely nothing. So cheap. You can dominate the table again with this commander that many players out there have never paid attention to, have never even heard of, have just forgotten about, and you're like, yeah, this is just like an amazing combination of some of those powerful cards when they're on the table. And now all of a sudden I can just dominate the table with that. So yeah, utilize ways to reduce the cost of your artifacts, play a lot of free things off the top of your library, manipulate the top of your library, and dominate your opponents with this budget-friendly build. Next up, one of my favorite commanders of all time, one of the first episodes on this channel, and Zada, I love you. Hedron Grinder, a 3/3 Goblin Ally for 4 mana in red. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it targets only Zada Hedron Grinder. Copy that spell for each other creature you control. That spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. I believe Yodora was the same way, but Zada also used to be rare and then was downgraded to uncommon, which, again, all that does for you is just, well, make the card cheaper, number 1. Number 2, make it so your opponents take it less seriously, which is hilarious when they do, because Zada can easily take them out so quickly, especially these days. Again, we keep getting more and more cards that are like, okay, hey, yeah, by the way, this just has slapped on it, create a treasure token. So, therefore, you're like, okay, this little card that's like, okay, target my creature, gets +2/+1 or whatever, okay, and I make a treasure token. And normally it would see, like, no play. With a commander like this, though, we're like, okay, I made a bunch of creature tokens, whatever. I've got a ton of things on the board. I cast one spell that targets Zada, which targets then all of my things, and all of a sudden I get, like, 8 creature tokens, or 8 treasure tokens, or all these other tokens. I can double up my army, I can double up my mana, I can get so much value out of that. This is a commander that can take advantage of some really janky cards, some absolutely terrible cards that, would never see play, and commander like, why would you ever play that card? Yeah, so it's very budget-friendly, very cheap, and it's something that dominates with Zada, because Zada says, you know what, I'm going about things in a different way, a unique way, and I can take opponents out in absolutely no time. Check it out, pick it up. An oldie, but a goodie, Talrand Sky Summoner. Yes, still an amazing commander. This one is one where it will never go out of style for me. It has for many players out there, though, and many players forget just how powerful this can be. It's super simple, super straightforward, and that is the beauty of it. A 2/2 Merfolk Wizard for 4 mana in blue. Just 27 cents for this gem. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 Blue Drake creature token with flying. Super simple, super effective. It's like, okay, I turn my spells into an army. That's basically it, okay? That's what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, that army is evasive. Oh, and by the way, I've got ways to pump that army, ways to get more out of that army. You can do some absolutely insane things with this commander again, just on the cheap, very cheap. Just go grab a ton of low-to-the-ground spells, just even a bunch of like little cantrips, and you're like, okay, I'll have a bunch of instant-speed cantrips that cost basically nothing, like 1 mana cantrip. Like, okay, cool, I play that. Okay, make a Drake. Okay, I play that. Okay, make a Drake. Before you know it, you've got like 10 Drakes in play, and that's 20 evasive flying power out there, and your opponent's like, hey, remember how good of friends we are? Don't attack me, please. Yeah, you can do some absolutely disgusting things with this one very quickly while also controlling the game. Yeah, blue is really good at that. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, blue is very good at controlling the game. So yes, again, a commander that has seen its heyday a long time ago, and then there have been a lot of other commanders printed since then, and players just kind of forget about Talrand, but do not forget about Talrand. It's an amazing commander, a great spell slinger, a great control commander that can dominate the game with a lot of flying, cute, adorable Drakes. Pick it up. Just like the, I guess, town or whatever, or city that's, like, in the picture right here, yeah, everyone forgets about Arixmethes. Arixmethes Slumbering Isle is a 12/12 Kraken. How do you forget about that? I mean, I guess they never, like, looked down to, like, see what they were on top of, but, like, this town's like, yeah, this is a very peaceful area. I'm glad we built here. And then one day, all of a sudden, it wakes up, and then, yeah, the town is destroyed. 4 mana in Simic, enters tab with 5 slumber counters on it. Super sleepy island. Has a slumber counter on it, it's still a land. Oh, no! Whenever you cast a spell, you may move a slumber counter from it and tap for Simic colors. Here's the thing. This is guaranteed ramp in your command zone. This is guaranteed explosive vegetation in your command zone, basically, okay? It is essentially like, hey, okay, you're in green, so yeah, you can ramp on turn 2 very easily. Go get a land, whatever, cool, all right, cool. Turn 3, get this out. Turn 4, you play your land, you've got 7 mana. Nearly like clockwork, every single time on turn 4, you've got 7 mana. Don't you want that? Don't you want to be able to utilize that? Oh, and by the way, even though you've got all these other big, explosive, amazing, fantastic cards with your big mana deck, you also have a 12/12 in the waiting. That's just like sitting there. Again, because of that may, that is what really makes this card. Again, you may remove a slumber counter from it. You don't have to. Again, so basically you go, okay, I'm going to cast 1, 2, 3, 4 spells, remove those counters, and then all of a sudden, keep it at 1. Keep it at 1. And all of a sudden, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be waiting for the opportune moment to go, hey, you know what? All of a sudden, this is waking up. Maybe after a board wipe, essentially. Like, an opponent thinks they're being clever. Like, huh, you've got a bunch of threats. Wipe the board. Wrath of God. Yay! And then all of a sudden, right before your turn, you're like, I cast an opt. Cool. All right, value. Yeah, remove that slumber counter from it. By the way, I've got the biggest and only creature on the board now that is a 2-shot KO to anyone, and if I've got any kind of a Fire Shrieker type effect, it's a 1-shot KO on you. So yeah, Arixmethes Slumbering Isle, again, players still sleeping on it. Super budget-friendly commander. Again, you can do big, dumb spells. You can do Voltron if you want. You can do a lot of cool things with this one. Pick it up. Moving on, yet another commander that was demoted to uncommon, Yahenni Undying Partisan. Who is in charge of those decisions when they like, I mean, I'm not upset about it. Again, it makes them more budget friendly, but like, who is in charge of being like, well, at one point it was rare and really cool, and now all of a sudden, you know what, Yahenni, we forget about you, so therefore, demoted. I wonder at some point if the commander's going to get demoted to common. They're like, you know what, you're just, don't even remember you at all. Don't worry, you're common. Okay, you're legendary, but common. Weird. 2/2 Aetherborn Vampire with haste for 3 mana in black. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you get a counter on this. Sacrifice of the creature. Yahenni gains indestructible until end of turn. This commander is absolutely amazing. Again, it is low to the ground. It is hasty, so it can win out of nowhere. Also, by the way, it protects itself, and also, by the way, it grows by itself essentially throughout the entire game. Again, in a game of Commander, just literally pay attention to how many creatures die. It's an insane amount. Here's the thing. You, again, can turn this from a 2/2 to a 1-shot KO in the blink of an eye just by playing, like, a board wipe. And being like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's just destroy the creatures on the board. Okay, cool. Oh, but before that happens, actually, let me sacrifice 1 creature to give my commander indestructible. Cool. And then all your creatures die. I get like 20 counters on this. I swing, and you're gone. Yeah, that's basically how this can go. You literally can just do absolutely nothing with this if you really want to until you're just ready to go and be like, okay, cool, yeah, it's in play, I guess, whatever. Board wipe, sacrifice, and go. Yeah, you've got a lot of great ways to make creature fodder, to make it so this can be indestructible whenever you want it. Again, reassembling skeleton-type creatures that you can keep getting back out again and again and again to ensure that this can stay in play. And of course, a lot of great edict effects that can force opponents to sacrifice creatures. A lot of great board wipes in this color as well. A lot of great ways to turn this into a one-shot KO and just go, yeah, you're gone. Or, you know, Fire Shrieker it, double strike it, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, okay, cool, fine, yeah, all right, you're gone anyways, because I only need 9 counters on this. I only need 9 creatures to die, which is insanely low to go, all right, you're out of the game. Goodbye. Moving on. Speaking of creatures dying, Mahadi Emporium Master, 21 cents for this gem. Again, an uncommon commander, a cat devil, 3/3 for 3 mana in Rakdos. Beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn. Yeah, that's going to be quite a bit. Being able to go, hey, you know what's going to happen here? Everyone is going to lose all of their creatures. Okay, well, not all of them. I'm going to keep Mahadi in play, okay? But being able to go, all right, on my turn, let's just wipe out a bunch of things. Let's just utilize a bunch of edict effects, maybe some repeat edict effects to actually just get rid of things. And again, be able to go, hey, you know what? On my end step, you know what? I'll just get a solid 20 mana and just sit around with it and go, yeah, okay, what turn is this? Yeah, don't worry about it. I've got an insane amount of mana to utilize. Again, all you need are some big spells, some really, really powerful spells, some edict effects, some board wipe effects that can keep this in play still, essentially, or just, play it after. Essentially, you wipe the board too, because you've got an insane amount of treasures already, because you already did this once. Being able to just dominate with all that, you can do so very easily, and a lot of other ways to take advantage of treasures and treasure making. Take advantage of it with this amazing commander. And finally, again, there's I love that smile, right? You just can't, as an opponent, you're looking at this like, how dangerous can this Goblin Shaman be? Look at that smile! Face only a mother could love. 3/3 Goblin Shaman for 3 mana in Gruul. Each other non-human creature you control enters an additional counter on it. Again, it seems innocuous, right? It just seems like something that's not all that good. It's like, okay, that's simple. It's like 3 lines of text. Like, these days, commanders come with, like, a separate booklet of text. They're like, okay, see section 7A for the 15th thing that this commander does. Yeah, no, this one's like, okay, I'm super simple, super straightforward, super effective, because all of a sudden, your non-humans enter with a counter on it. Again, as an opponent, you might be like, well, how's that powerful? Like, you get 1 counter. Like, what's the big deal? You get like, okay, here's your 1 counter on your creature. Wow. Oh, wow. That's so powerful. My commander does X, Y, Z. And again, refer to section 7A. Yeah, this one is more powerful than their commander. It is an uncommon, low-to-the-ground, 3 mana commander that, again, looks like a derpy little dude with some mushrooms out there in the woods. And all of a sudden, it's going to dominate the board because you know what? Persist is a thing. Yes, even in this color combination, Persist is a thing. And of course, there are budget-friendly ways to tutor for creatures as well. But yes, all you need is Persist, a sacrifice outlet, and all of a sudden, you're like, oh yeah, I have an infinite combo, and I win the game. Because this is a commander that says, hey, you know what? Persist, which is when you have a creature that doesn't have a -1/-1 counter on it. When it dies, it comes back into play with a -1/-1 counter on it because of a rule change that happened a little while ago. -1/-1 counters and +1 counters negate each other. You can just infinitely sacrifice one of those Persist creatures. So do so, win the game with this 4-cent commander. 4-cent derpy Goblin Shaman commander that, again, your opponent's going to be like, ha ha ha, Grumgully. And you're like, yeah, I spent like $10 on this deck. Oh, by the way, I win. Let's do it again. Okay. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on this one. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.